there, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It is Amy here, and today I am starting working on my Days of December album, or also known as December Daily. And I am going to start out using the Sentimental Christmas collection from Stampin' Up. If you've been following me for a while, you know several weeks ago I did a series of cards with this collection. I love the vintage feel of this. It's two double-sided 12 by 12 papers, two of each design. This one is great. It's a great base page. That one and this one is my other favorite base page. So what I am going to do today is do my cover page. So I'm going to clear my desk. We're going to get started. The other things I pulled out was the ribbon that goes with the it was introduced with this collection. So I might use this, I might not. I tend to, with my December Daily, I tend to use a variety of products. It's probably easier to stick to one range of things. I might do that this year. I don't know. We'll see where my creativity takes me. But I did pull in this, got this on my desk, and I've got the Peppermints on my desk. I believe these are all sold out, but they are going to be restocked. So anyway, let's clear our desk and get started. So I am pulling in my glass mat. I love working on this. And then I am doing a 6 by 8 album size. I love this size for this particular project. So here is my base page. And then to save time, I did cut some strips. Now I had a bunch of scraps left over from that series I did a couple weeks ago. So I have just cut some 3/4 inch strips. And what I am going to do is take my scissors and just dovetail them. So how I dovetail is I just eyeball the center. I cut a slit and I go from one corner to the top of that slit and the next corner to the top of that slit, and then I have a nice little dovetail. And you can do this, let's do this one, you can do this with multiples. I've done up to 3 pieces of paper at the same time. Cardstock I would probably do 2, but this is a simple little added step that just kind of elevates your project. And so what I'm thinking is I am going to dovetail a whole bunch of these strips, and then I thought it would be fun to just kind of make a wreath going all around the center of the page, and then we'll do our title, maybe like December, Days of December or something. So what I am going to do is get all of my strips and I will dovetail these, and then I will be right back. All right, so we have all our strips, and I am going to just start forming a circle. And I think I'll go tall, short, tall, short. And remember that these papers are double-sided, so I am just wanting to make sure that no 2 patterns are touching. And I could probably cut these a little bit shorter, but I actually, let's need to use this one. I thought this would be a great use for my scraps. Let's see, we want to do this. So I'm just kind of eyeballing this. And then I can adhere them down after. So hopefully you're kind of getting the idea here. And I'm thinking that this would just be a fun way to start off the album, a fun way to introduce the strips or the paper pack. I need another brown. I think I have another. Yeah, here's one. Get my scissors. I would love to know in the comments who else does December Daily or Days of December. And if you do it, what size do you prefer? Or do you do a different size? Do you do a different size each time you, I can't talk and do this for some reason. Do you do a different size each year? And do you like to use just one paper collection, or do you mix and match kind of like the way I do? I would love to know in the comments. But if you've never done it before, I encourage you to give it a try. Even if I've had some people say, I don't do something every day in December. It doesn't have to be something holiday themed every day. I don't either. I'll add recipes, or I'll take pictures of Christmas cards. I usually put the first Christmas card I get of the season in there. You can do pictures of the book you're reading or the music you're listening to, your favorite Christmas songs, your favorite Christmas album. You can do your favorite holiday movies. You can record stories from the past, different traditions. You know, it doesn't have to be a special event done every day. All right, so I am liking that. And then off camera, I did pull in my deckled circle dies. I wanted a big circle, and these were the biggest dies that I had. And I kind of like that they're deckled because it just gives an added interest. And so I took that base page, this 12 by 12 page, and I took the second to largest circle, no, the third to largest circle, and I cut out right up there. So you can see you've got the stars and the snowflakes. So I did that off camera. I cut that on my die cut machine. How many of you own a die cut machine? Oh my gosh, I love my die cut machine, and I really like the Stampin' Up! Die cut machine. I got a gal reached out to me yesterday asking me what's my favorite die cut machine. I didn't think I needed another die cut machine, but I went ahead and got the Stampin' Up! One because I was using so many of the hybrid embossing folders from there, and I was told that the Stampin' Up! Machine works great with the Stampin' Up! Folders, and oh my gosh, I love it. So I'm going to put that right in the center like that, so it covers up a lot of the messy underneath. And then we'll do our title. So let me adhere this, and then I'll be back. Alrighty, here is all of our strips dovetailed and cut out with our decal edge circle, and I love it. So now we need to do our title, and I pulled out a very old stamp set from close to my heart. This is probably, I don't know, maybe 10 years old, and I like the font of the December. So I was looking through my stash and was wanting to do some die cutting, some dies, but I didn't have anything the appropriate size because I want to stamp this in black, but I want red behind it. So I have an idea. So I'm going to take a piece of my white willow and my Memento ink, and we'll ink this up. Now with the Close to My Heart stamps, their photopolymer recommends that you have a soft cushion foam underneath. So I'm going to pull out the foam sheet that came with that. And let's see if I can stamp this. Okay, that's good. And then what I'm thinking, if I get my paper snips, and we're gonna cut this out, leaving a bit of a white border around it. So very similar to the way I usually cut things out. Let me just get rid of some of that. And notice that I share this tip all the time. When I cut, I use my arm stands still, stays still, and I move the paper. It's kind of tricky to do through your phone. And then what I'm going to do is take my red marker and color in this border. I tried several different things. Like I tried stamping it in red and then, or stamping it in black and then going over it in red, but it just looked blurry. So I was like, how can I do that? And then I thought, oh, I can color in. So I'm using my tri-blend marker. I don't have the Real Red Stampin' Blends yet from Stampin' Up, but I can tell you that I'm loving the Stampin' Up markers. I'm slowly collecting them. So you can see here, I am just going, and I'm going to pull in my all-purpose mat because I don't want to color on my glass mat. But I am just coloring in all the white space. And that's how I will be able to do that die cutting. Get the same look as the die cutting, but it's not. And so by the power of video, I have one done. So we can, I'm thinking maybe put that there. And then I pulled out this stamp set. I love the snowman. I love snow. I thought the house would be cute as well as a tree. So what I did is I cut a tree from the dies. This set comes with 2 sets of die, so I just use this die. I love this stamp set. So you can see all of the, well, I can show you here, all of the stamped images that you get. And then you get 2 sheets of dies, all different designs of trees that could get mounted on top of the solid tree. So I actually have here, here was a card I did where I cut this tree, the solid tree, out of green, and then I think it was old olive, and then I cut this die in the light side of old olive and put it on top. So just really fun. And then there's this set comes with the die for a star. So I cut this one out with my die cut machine, and then what we're going to do is use the stamp image, this one right here, and I already have it on a block. And I'm going to use the Close to My Heart Evergreen ink, but the equivalent color in Stampin' Up would be Shaded Spruce. So I'm inking up my stamp, and then it ought to be interesting to see if I can do this looking through my camera. There we go. So I'm thinking that I'll do like a grouping. So maybe have a tree, and then I did take the snowman stamp off of this. Actually, I already had it in my stash. I already had one cut and stamped and embossed. So we could maybe do something like that. And then let's go ahead and out of this set. So this is where the snowman came from. I don't think I'm going to give it a top hat, but let's go ahead and stamp the house. And I do have that on a block. So I have on my block, we have the house and the tree. So I'll get a piece of scrap, and with my mocha ink, again, this is a Close to My Heart color. Any brown from Stampin' Up would work, espresso, any of the browns really, depending on what color. Or you can make it red, but I'm thinking I might use one of those mints on like the door or maybe up here on the window. And then we'll do this other tree. And then we could get our dies, and this would go here, and the house die would go here. So I'll washi tape those down and run them through the die cut machine, and voila, here we have. So maybe we'll put a tree here and a house up here, and go something like this. I do have my orange marker, and I'm gonna discolor in his nose. And I could maybe go around the snowman with a light gray marker. I'll get my gray marker. So I'm liking this. And then, as I mentioned, maybe we could add some mints to the tree and maybe right up there. And then I'm gonna need the year. So maybe if I put the year right down here, 2024, and then I'll see if I have some stickers that say days of. Let me go ahead and adhere this, and then we'll see what the next step will be. All right, so this is what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. I adhered the tree down. I haven't adhered anything else because I do want to add some shadow to my snowman. And I think I pulled out my light gray Stampin' Blend, and I'm going to use the brush, and I'm just going to go around this border just to give it a little bit of a shadow. And then it would be fun to add some Wink of Stella to that to give it a little bit of a shimmery, snowy look. So I'm actually using my clear shimmer brush from Close to My Heart because my Wink of Stella is in the other room. I craft it all weekend long. I'm working on my mom's holiday album, and so it's been nice and cold here in Charleston, and so my husband built a fire every day, and I sat on the floor and worked in the floor. Yes, I'm crazy because I have a whole studio here, but I want to be by the fire, so I have half my stuff in the other room. I need to get 2 Wink Stellas. Okay, so I'm liking that. I think that's really cute. And the snowman, not sure if the camera is picking up that shimmery, but it's definitely there. And then I'll put this like this. And then I pulled from my stash, from my Days of December bucket from last year, because I usually work on this in Connecticut at my parents' house. So I pulled, and I had these letter stickers. These are left over from Story by Stacy. I think the short story. So what if we spelled days of, and I could put these here. So I'm going to start with days, and I'm going to wait to actually adhere the December because I want to see how much room I have. But I like the contrast of the black. So I will go ahead and finish this. Days, we need a Y or a S. Days. I want it to hide at least that. Okay. I'm not liking that. I'm going to take these off and figure out another placement of this. Alrighty, here is my page. I just kind of moved these images up to make room for the days of. I like how that looks. And what I'm going to do down here with these stickers is do 2024. So if you have little stickers, you could use those. You could use small stamps. These stickers, I should probably maybe use my Take Your Pick tool. Might be easier to place them. I personally like to use a mixture, a combination of papers and stickers and stamps and dimension. I also like to use my scraps, and I like interactive pages. I think that adds to the uniqueness and the fun of my pages. So I am kind of eyeballing this, which is really easier said than done on when you're looking through your phone. But I'm a perfectionist when I'm creating for others, but sometimes I like to be imperfectly perfect, if that makes sense. I don't like to stew on things too long that it takes the fun out of it, at least for my own projects. I like that. I'm really liking the color combination. So then I pulled from my stash, I have some of these bitty sparkles. These actually were from close to my heart. This was a very popular product, so many of my followers may have them. These are so tiny that you can see I'm just sliding them off of the sheet and putting them in the center of the snowflakes. I think that adds to the fun. And then let's finish off by adding some mints. And as I mentioned, I believe these mints are currently out of stock, but I was told they will be back in stock sometime this month. I love these things. So I'm thinking of putting a small one right here. And then I thought it might be fun to, I don't know if they'll be too big for, let's try it. I can hide these. They're just so fun. They make you want to eat a mint. Yeah, I think that's cute. And then let's put some on our tree. I wonder if I should add maybe a silver glitter star to the tree. Now, I don't know, is this going to be too many mints? I just like that pop of red. I need one in the center. Put one in the center? No. We'll leave it at that. Sometimes I can get carried away. I don't know. Do you think I should do a silver star? Let me see. I do have a star die, so I think I'm going to run this through with some silver glitter paper and put that at the top. Okay, FYI, I use the star, where did it go? The star from this, and this is what it looks like, and I didn't like it. And then I pulled out the decorative trees, which is what I use for this tree. And this one has this die, and I like it much better. So you can see the difference. And I like this one. So I think it's really fun to mix and match stamp sets, paper collections, embellishments. It just gives it kind of that eclectic look. And I chose silver because it just is kind of giving me silver vibes. Maybe because I have the sparkles. Usually I'm a gold person, but I'm liking the silver there. So there we go. My title page for my Days of December 2024 album is complete. I have my December 1st page in the works, and here we go to another month of documenting. If you like this video and could give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. It helps my little channel to grow. Go ahead and subscribe and share it with others. Go ahead and leave a comment. I love hearing your thoughts. Ask questions if you have them. I would love to know who does a Days of December album and what size you like to use, and if you stick to one collection or do a whole bunch of bits and pieces from different collections. I would love to know all of that. And enjoy this first full week of December. I'll catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.